Hi everyone, I'm Lottie and I've teamed up with Prey to bring you a 20-minute Pilates Sculpt workout. So for today's workout, we're going to be doing full body, but a real focus on those lower bodies. So I hope those glutes are going to be burning. So you don't need any equipment today, just yourselves and your mat. Throughout each exercise, I'll be giving you different levels, so just pick the one right for you and be mindful of any injuries you may have. So when you're ready, we're going to start lying down onto our backs. Your knees are bent, your feet are hip distance apart, and I just want you to reach those fingertips towards your heels, lengthening through your neck and opening up through the chest. Take a big inhale in through your nose, expanding into your rib cage. And as you exhale out, breathe out through your mouth, thinking of that rib and hip connection. Inhale in through your nose, directing your breath. And then exhale out through your mouth. On your next inhale, your pelvic floor lifts. And on your exhale, I want you to tilt through your pelvis, bring it towards your belly button. Squeeze your glutes, press those heels into the mat and send your hip bones up towards the ceiling. Take a big inhale in at the top and then exhale, move through your spine, one vertebrae at a time, come all the way back down to a neutral spine. Making sure you find that little rock at the bottom. Take a big inhale and then exhale, press those heels and squeeze those glutes, send those hip bones up. Inhale at the top. And then exhale, move through your spine one vertebrae at a time. So with your pelvic curls, keep going with these. I want you to really focus on pressing your heels into the mat. So you should be able to wiggle your toes the whole time. At the top of your curl, you're lengthening through those thigh bones. Think about pushing your knees away from you. We're squeezing those glutes. And at the top of the curl, make sure that you're not popping your chest too far open. You're not sort of letting your rib cage flare. Think about that rib and hip connection the whole time. And I want you to think about doing a Mexican wave through your spine. So just moving one vertebrae at a time. Nice work, everyone. On your next one, you're going to hold up for me in your pelvic curl. So nice and slowly sending those hip bones up, making sure your shoulders, hips, knees are in this nice diagonal. If you're feeling any lower back, I want you to think about tilting your pelvis towards your belly button a little bit more for me. Take a big breath in, expanding into your rib cage. And on your exhale, you're going to lift both heels off the mat. And then lower those heels onto the mat. So you keep your hips nice and high. We're just lifting and lowering. So warming up through our ankle joints here. Keeping those glutes switched on. And at any point, if you do feel any lower backs, I want you to really think about squeezing and tilting that pelvis towards your rib cage. Think of that rib and hip connection the whole time. Keep lengthening through your neck. So keep reaching those fingertips towards your heels. We're here for 5. Warming up those calves for 4. 3 more, keep squeezing those glutes. You've got 2 and 1. Lower your heels, but keep your hips nice and high. Take a big inhale in. Exhale, you're gonna lift your arms up to the ceiling. Take those arms back behind you as far as you can without letting your ribcage pop. Come back to the ceiling and then lower those arms back onto the floor. So we're gonna lift, take those arms back behind us, come back to the ceiling and then back to the floor. So we're just working into our shoulder joints here, warming up our upper body. Keep those glutes switched on, so keep your hips nice and high. Don't let those hips start to drop down to the mat. You've got another couple here. Keep pressing those heels into the mat. Give me 1 more, so keep lengthening through your neck. And on your last one, you're going to extend those arms all the way back behind you, opening up through that chest. Take a big breath in, then slowly roll through your spine, finding that length and that openness through your chest, coming all the way back down to a neutral spine. And just bring your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little hug from side to side. So you should be nice and warm. And once you've had a couple of rocks, I want you to plant your feet onto the mat. Your arms are going to come back down by your side again. So reach those fingertips towards your heels. From here, you're just going to do a gentle rock through your pelvis. So come into your imprinted spine, where we think about zipping our pubic bone up towards our belly button. And there's no gap underneath your lower back. Take a big inhale in, core lift, and exhale, bring your right leg to tabletop. Squeeze those abs, bring our left leg to tabletop. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. A gentle tilt of your chin. Take a big inhale. Exhale, toe tap your right foot down first, and then inhale, pull back up. And then left leg comes down, and then inhale up. So with our toe taps, I want you to exhale as you press those toes down to the mat. You're making sure your lower back doesn't start to arch. So keep zipping up through that pubic bone the whole time. If you are tapping your foot down and you're just rocking through your pelvis, think about melting your lower rib cage and your lower spine into the mat the whole time, and maybe just step your foot closer towards your body. So you really want to make sure that we're not arching into our lower spines here. We're keeping everything glued to that mat. Think about that length through your shoulders. Yeah, nice work, everyone. If you want to make this a little bit harder, instead of having your knees in tabletop, just push your knees ever so slightly away from your body, and you can do your toe taps from this start position. Having your knees directly, sort of no longer directly over your hip bones, is going to work those lower parts of your abdominals. So this is the harder option if you want to give it a go. Otherwise, just bring those knees back in line with your hip bones, come into your normal tabletop legs and do your toe taps from there. Keep those shoulders relaxed. We're just warming up all of our abdominals here, making sure that our lower back doesn't start to arch off the mat. Nice work, everyone. Remember to exhale to lower, inhale to lift. You've got another 8 like this. Breathe. Let's go 7. Keep reaching those fingertips away from you for 6. Give me 5. 4 more. Keep your rib cage closed. Let's go 3. 2 more. On 1, you're going to keep your legs in tabletop. Bring your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers and let your thumbs run down the back of your neck. Make sure that your lower back is still glued to the mat for me. Take a big inhale in, your core lifts. Exhale, you're going to curl up towards your thighs and then slowly lower back down. So we exhale, squeeze, curl. Inhale to lower. So it's a really small movement here. I don't want you to do this fast. I want you to take it nice and slowly with control. So as you curl up, you're squeezing, you're trying to lift your shoulder blades off the mat and then slowly lower down. As you lower your head and shoulders, check you're not starting to arch through that lower part of your spine. Keep it glued to the mat. So it's a nice controlled movement here. Elbows stay nice and wide. If this is too much, guys, you can drop your feet to the mat. Just make sure that you found your neutral spine so you've got that gap. And you can do your ab curls nice and controlled from feet onto the mat. Or if you would like to make this harder, so legs are back in tabletop, you curl yourself up. Find your curl and then give me 1 leg extension. Pull that leg back in and then you curl yourself back down. So we exhale, curl, look to your thighs. And then slowly curl back down. So lots of options here to suit you. But I want you to keep those elbows nice and wide, chest stays open. Beautiful work here, everyone. So try and lift those shoulder blades even higher off the mat if you can. So exhale, curl yourself up. Then find that little extra height for me. Yeah, nice work. If you are doing the leg extensions, the lower your leg goes to the floor, the harder this is going to work into your abdominals. So just make sure that you're not arching into your lower spine. That's the most important thing. Is to really engage into those top abs and into our lower abdominals. Keep lifting up through your pelvic floor. It's going to help support your whole body here. And take this nice and slowly. Great work, everyone. Let's go 8 more. Lift up a little higher if you can. 7. Really go for this. You've got this. Let's go for another 6. Elbows wide. Nice work. Give me 5 more. Keep thinking of that rib and hip connection. 4. Sliding that feet out. Think about the nice length through your body. You've got 3. Keep those chins tucked. 2 more. Lift yourselves up a little higher. And on 1, you're going to curl yourself all the way back and hold your curl. Give me 8 pulses. Let's go 8 elbows wide. 7. 6, squeeze. 5, you've got this. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Curl yourself all the way down. Take your legs long, take your arms long. Just stretch it out through those abdominals. Take a big inhale in. Just hunch everything in your body. And then exhale, just relax it into your mat. Do 1 more breath like this. Inhale in, hunch everything. And then exhale, relax. From here, you're going to roll over onto your right-hand side. So we're going to start to work into our lower bodies. So we're finding our 90-degree clam. So your 90-degree clam, your knees are in line with your hip bones, your shin bones. Just line them up with the side of the mat. It's the quickest way to find that alignment. And your arms extended onto your mat. From here, when we lie on our side, we tend to relax. We tend to let this hip bone roll in, or to push it away. So try and find that gap underneath your waist. Relax through your shoulders. Pull your toes up towards your shin. Take a big inhale in and squeeze into your left butt cheek. Exhale, you're going to lift that knee up. And then slowly lower down. So we exhale, squeeze, lift. And then inhale to lower. So this movement isn't huge. I'm not expecting you to open your leg all the way up to the ceiling. It's just about that control of squeezing into this left glute and keeping this hip bone nice and stable. So imagine there was your morning coffee, a glass of water on your hip bone right now. You're trying to keep it nice and still so it doesn't rock off your body, it doesn't roll backwards, doesn't roll towards your rib cage. So squeezing into this glute. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Keep that core switched on for me. Nice work, everyone. You've got this. Remember to breathe. Give me another 8. I'm adding on. 7. Relax through your shoulders. 6. Try and find that length through your spine. 5 more. Squeeze into this top glute before you lift that leg up for 4. 3. Nice work, guys. 2. On 1, you open your leg up, you drive that heel out on the diagonal, pull that knee back in, and then you close your knees together. So we lift, squeeze, extend, pull back in and lower. As we extend, imagine someone is pulling your foot away from you. And so as you bring that knee in, you're trying to keep that length through your spine. So don't roll yourself back in or squash your lower back into the mat. I want you to really think about keeping that length through your foot, through your spine, through your neck and through your shoulders. I'm hoping by now you're really starting to feel this in that left glute and into your left thigh. Squeeze those glutes. If you are struggling to keep your waist up, you can put something underneath your waist, so a cushion, a rolled up t-shirt, and it actually makes it easier to activate this left glute. So that's just a little tip. You've got another 5 like this. Drive out with your heel. Imagine there's really thick mud behind you. You've got 4. Nice work. Let's go 3. Squeeze into this glute. 2. On your last one, guys, you're going to hold it out. From here, you're going to bring your knee all the way in. Then you kick halfway out, pull in. So drive all the way out, pull in, halfway out, in. Keep your knee in line with your hip. I know this one burns, so breathe through it. So exhale as you kick out. Keep your breathing nice and controlled here. Keep thinking about lifting your waist off the mat. So keep those shoulders relaxed, keep your core switched on, and really squeezing into that left glute. You can do this. Try and relax your upper body. Just focus on that left leg. We've got another 4. Nice work, everyone. Squeeze. Let's go 3. Oh, this one's a burner. Let's go 2. On your last one, guys, hold it all the way out. Turn your toes towards the floor. Make sure your hip bones are stacked. Push that hip bone away. Little lifts and lowers to finish this glute off. 8, 7, breathe. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Come all the way down. Just give it a little bit of a smack. Roll onto your backs with me, guys. Just bring that left heel over your right thigh. Just pull it in for a nice glute stretch. Breathe. Exhale. Just stretch out that glute. Just relax into the stretch. Take one more breath in. We're not quite done on that glute. So when you're ready, guys, you're going to roll over all the way over into a 4-point kneeling position. So we've just worked your left glute. If you work your right glute, make sure you work the right glute. Now I want you to double up on glutes. You're going to drop down onto your forearms. I want you to pull your toes under on that left foot. So the glute you've just worked in your climb is the glute we're working again. So pull the toes under on that leg, squeeze your glutes, make sure your hip bones are nice and square. Take a big inhale in, exhale, drive that left heel up towards the ceiling. Slowly pull that leg all the way down. So we exhale, squeeze up, inhale to lower. So with this position, try and keep your chest up away from the mat. So don't let your shoulders start to wing. Don't let your chest drop down. Really think about pushing up and away. And with your lower back, you're keeping it at this diagonal. So we're not swinging through our lower spine. I want you to keep your spine nice and straight. The movement is coming from your left butt cheek. If you're feeling more right glute, take your arms a little wider and just check that your right thigh is nice and straight. If it's at a diagonal, you're putting too much weight onto that right knee, and it means you're going to be working that right glute a little bit more than your left. And when you're ready, we're going to add in a pulse. So you lift up, pulse once, bring that knee down. So we squeeze, pulse, bring that knee down. So lift, pulse, and lower down. Really getting into that left glute here. Keep pressing your forearms into the mat. Keep your chest away from the mat for me. Find that length through your neck. Don't let your neck or head hang either. I want you to try and keep nice and lifted for me. Beautiful work. Squeeze into that left glute. You've got this. Let's go for another 5. Drive it up. 4. Squeeze. Let's go 3. Remember, if you're feeling this more on your right, take your weight over to the left a little bit more. You've got 2. On 1, guys, you hold it up, you pulse, little pulses here. Catch that knee before it gets too low. We're driving up, we're pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze 5, 4, you can do this, 3, 2, hold that leg up on 1. You're gonna point your toes, extend that leg back behind you. From here, you're gonna drop it to the floor, squeeze, lift. So we lower, squeeze, lift. Don't let your spine arch here. Keep your spine nice and straight on that diagonal. We're just working into that left glute to finish this side off. Give me another 8. Lift a little higher if you can. 7. Work into that left glute. 6. You've got 5. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. 4 more. Belly pulled in. Let's go 3. 2. Hold it up on 1. Little pulses to finish. 8, 7, 6, point those toes, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one, bring that knee all the way down. From here, guys, just take your knees nice and wide, sink those hips back into a child's pose, reach your hands out in front of you, take a big inhale in, and then exhale, come all the way up. We've got to do the other side. So when you're ready, guys, we're going to work the right glute now. So you're going to come down onto your left side. Arms extended. Just bring those knees in line with your hip bones, shin bones, line them up with the side of the mat. Just check your alignment. Hip bones are stacked. So remember, you want to try and get that gap underneath your waist. Pull your toes in. When you're ready, relax your shoulders. Inhale and squeeze that glute core is on. Exhale, lift. And then slowly lower down. So we exhale, squeeze, lift. Inhale to lower. So with these clams, I want you to really focus on getting into the side of this glute, so your right butt cheek. So before you lift your knee up, I need you to squeeze both glutes together as hard as you can, and then lift that leg up. If you do feel like your hip bone is rolling, remember you can place something underneath your waist just to hold you up in position, because we really want to make sure this hip bone doesn't move and really get into this glute activation. Keep your shoulders relaxed when you've got this, everyone. So we lift and lower. Breathe, exhale, lift, inhale to lower. We've got another 5 like this, and then we're adding in for that kick out. You've got 4. Squeeze into this right glute. Let's go 3. Nice work, guys. 2. And on 1, let's add in that kick out. So we lift, drive that heel out on the diagonal, bring that knee back in, and then lower down. So as you drive out on the diagonal, you want to try and keep your foot, knee, and hip in this nice alignment. So you're not kicking out low to the floor, you're not taking it all the way up to the ceiling. You're keeping your knee and your foot in line with your hip, really squeezing into the side of this right glute. So you should be feeling this coming into this right glute, down into your right thigh. Relax through your shoulders. Remember, you want to keep lifting your bottom waist away from the mat. Nice work, everyone. By now, you should be feeling a lot of right glute. You've got 4 more. Relax through those shoulders. Give me 3. Breathe for 2. And on 1, guys, hold it all the way out. Bring that knee in, halfway out, in. The little burning bit that we kind of forgot about on the last side. I want you to really focus on your breathing here. Keep it nice and controlled. Squeeze into this right glute. So I want you to drive your heel out like you're kicking through mud. So drive it out. Keep that foot in line with your hip bone. Relaxing through those shoulders. Remember to breathe. You've got this. Let's go. Let's go for another 8. Find that length through your heels. As you kick out, find that length through your spine. Shoulders are relaxed. Everything is relaxed apart from this right leg. You've got 4 more. Keep that core switched on. Nice work. Stay with me for 3. You can do this. Let's go 2. And on 1, guys, hold it all the way out. Turn your toes towards the floor. Find that length through your hip bone. Push that hip bone away. When you're ready, lift and lower for 8, 7, 6. Keep that heel turned up towards the ceiling for 5, 4, squeeze into that glute, 3, 2, and last one, come all the way down. Roll onto your back for me. Just bring that right heel over your left thigh. Pull that left thigh in for a figure of 4. Stretch. And every time you exhale, try and deepen that stretch for me. Oh, goodness. Take a big breath in, guys. And then exhale, release. From here, flipping ourselves over into a 4-point kneeling position. We've got to do the other glute. So dropping down onto your forearms, making sure that you're pushing your chest away from the mat. Tuck those toes in on your right foot. So if you just went your right leg, you're going to be working that right leg again. Inhale in, squeeze both butt cheeks together. Exhale, drive your heel up. And then slowly lower down. So we exhale, squeeze, push. Inhale to lower. So a couple of things with this again, we're just going to remind ourselves. You're pushing your forearms into the mat, you're pushing your chest up and away from the mat. Your shoulders stay away from your ears, and we don't start to let our shoulders creep down. So really think about lifting up. Your spine stays on that diagonal, so no arching through your lower spine. And both hip bones point towards the mat. So as you kick that foot up, you're not twisting or rotating. You want to make sure both hip bones always point towards the mat. And if you're feeling more left glute, remember, take your arms a little wider, straighten off that left thigh to really squeeze into your right butt cheek. But when you're ready, we're going to add that pulse. So you lift up, pulse once, bring that down. So exhale, pulse, bring that knee down. Nice, guys. Keep your core nice and switched on. Don't forget about your shoulders. Keep them away from your ears. Working into that right glute. So really driving that heel up. So you lift, pulse, and then bring it down. Squeeze into it. You can do this. Keep that core switched on. We've got another 5, Nice work, everyone. 4 more. Work that right glute. Remember, you're feeling more left. I need you to shift your weight over to the right-hand side a little bit more. Let's go 2. And on 1, guys, hold up 8 pulses. Let's go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold that leg up on 1. Point your toes, extend straight back behind you. That's lower, squeeze, lift. So with your lifts and lowers, I want you to keep your spine nice and straight on that diagonal. No arching through your lower spine. Think that rib and hip connection the whole time. Every time you kick that leg back up, you're squeezing into the whole right side of that leg. So keep those toes nice and pointed to keep that right leg active. But you're here for 8. You can do this. Let's go 7. Squeeze into the back of that leg. 6. Drive up for 5. Give me 4. Nice work, guys. Let's go 3. 2. Hold it up on 1. 8 pulses to finish off. Let's go 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And last one, bring that knee all the way down. From here, guys, just tuck all 10 toes under, take those hips up to the ceiling, and just pedal out the backs of your legs. So drop 1 heel as you bend the opposite knee, and then switch, and switch. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and last one. Slowly start walking your hands to your feet for me, and just grab opposite elbow, and just start to swing through that left-hand side, then through your right, letting your head hang. Shake your head 1 way for yes, 1 way for no. And then reach your hands towards your feet, keeping your knees nice and soft. Take a big inhale in. And then exhale, slowly start rolling your spine up on the count of 5, 4, 3, 2. And 1. Once you get to the top, guys, take a big shoulder roll for me. Take both hands to the ceiling, palms together, hunch your shoulders. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms, and you are done for your 20-minute Pilates Sculpt workout. Oh, that was a burner at the end. I hope you enjoyed it, guys, and I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching and for joining. Bye, everyone.